Let's take a gander at 3 live TV races at York, starting with the 2:05 on Saturday, the Download the Coral app handicap. What's the latest betting, Frank?
Chelsea Ladders are market leader 4-1. Big Country and Anything Today are 11-2. Linguistic 15-2. Speed Company 10-1 along with Dark Red, and we're 12-1 bar.
Oh, Kills, have you got a Dark Anna stroke withhold type fancy this week? Is there anything happening this week?
Not a massive one, no.
Okay, is there anything in this race you like?
Yeah, I would definitely forgive Big Country's Cambridgeshire run last time. He was just all over the place on the track. Didn't like it. His York form is excellent. Obviously, he won there early in the season. Then he was second at Ballyconcerto, the ill-fated Ballyconcerto, unfortunately. But Ballyconcerto then was rated 102. Was up to 118 before his accident on the gallops, and Big Country's only £1 higher than that John Smith Cup, which worked out really well. And Big Country was about 7-1 for the Cambridgeshire. Chelsea Lad, the favourite here, was more than twice the price, and now they're the other way round.
Frank, what's your view?
We're just having a look at the race this morning, and 3-year-olds have won 3 of the past 4 runnings. I was going to give a shout to Burgilios, but he's a non-runner now, I believe. So I might just have a small each way bet on Anything Today. He ran well at Newbury behind Baracco, and Fadawi was second that day. It was pretty, Baracco ran, was he 5th in the Cambridgeshire? So he wasn't disgraced at all. And I think Anything Today is probably still fairly treated off 99. And due to the 3-year-old record, I might have a small each way bet now.
Over to you, Brendan Duke.
Well, Frank has saved my blushes, Bruce. I like that Burguilas, but it's non-runner, so I've nothing to add.
Okay, fair enough. 240. It's the Rockingham Stake, the coral.co.uk Rockingham Stakes, listed race over 6 furlongs. Odds on Fav, Shababy.
Shababy's 4-5, Dan Steve at 13-2, It Don't Come Easy, and Staxton 8-1, Barton Mills, Daddy's Girl, Peggy's Angel 16s, and we're 20s bar.
Come on then, Brendan. I bet you've got a strong fancy here, haven't you?
Well, yes, but unfortunately it's Husha Baby. I mean, this is very hard to get away from a blistering effort the last day, and I thought it'd win, but no points for imagination. I have a good one in the next race.
Okay, jolly good. Kills, who have you got here?
Yeah, I'm not totally oversold on Shababy. Won a 4-runner race at Doncaster on soft ground, beat John Kirkup 7 lengths. John Kirkup tailed off in that red car race behind Dark Hannah. It's just a bit of form that, it might just be a bit of soft form, mightn't it? You know what I mean? And the ground is going to be faster. It's a bigger field. His odds on. He has less in hand than Dark Anna had last week on official figures. So you know that he's priced offensively, I'd say, by the bookies. I think Staxton quite likes York. He's run races. He's run a couple of fair races in better company, dropping in class. I think an each way bet around about 8-1.
And Frank.
I'm in agreement with Mr. Keeley. I think Staxton's dropping in grade here. He wasn't disgraced in the gym crack. He was only beaten 4 1/4 lengths. Again, he wasn't disgraced in the Mill Reef feeder, beaten 6 lengths. He's run well at York or 8 this season. He was second to Hay Jonesy, who ran a belter in the Middle Park, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
Where he was third. So, if he could replicate that, that Shababy won by whatever 7 lengths of Doncaster, but the Fav didn't give his running, so he's beaten a horse rated 89 and 92. I'd say his mark of 109 might be a little bit, how would I say, flattering. And Staxton's a cracking each way bet against him, I think.
Okay, the warm-up for the Cesarewitch is the 3:15 at York. It's the Coral Sprint Trophy. 20 runners here, and a tricky old test. What's the latest betting, Frank?
Yeah, at the moment, Spring Loaded's 11-2 favourite. Upstaging Alcawar 8-1. Stake a Claim, Edward Lewis 10-1. Golden Apollo 11-1. And we're 14-1 bar.
Okay, we'll stick with you, Frank.
I actually not a withhold strength fancy, but I thought Mr. Lupton was a cracking price here. He has been campaigned mainly at group and listed company since he won a good handicap here last June, I think, when he beat Dancing Star. I think Dancing Star went on and won the Stewards Cup at Goodwood. He has some cracking form in there. He won the only time he went back into handicap company at the start of the year, he beat Eastern Impact off 107. He was then ran in races like the Sprint Cup at Haydock. Where else he won? He won the July Cup, and then last time he dropped back into handicap company at Haydock on heavy ground. He finished 4th behind Don Juan Triumphant, but he's been dropped £3 for that. They put up Sebastian Woods claiming another 7, off 105, even without taking the claim in. I think he's really well treated. And I said he's won here before. I think it's a massive price of 16 to 1.
Right, Brendan, you promised us a strong fancy. Let's have it.
Yes, I quite like this. Well, I really like this Hoofit at the price. He's around 16 or 20 to 1. This will be his fourth run of the season. He had a belated comeback, and he's an absolute unit, this horse. I'd say he takes plenty of getting ready. He ran over 5.5 furlongs here at the last meeting. He's just taken off his feet by Tesme. He needs 6 furlongs these days. I mean, he's 10. He's knocking on, in fairness. Mulrennan wasn't hard, and I mean, he knew he wasn't going to win, but he ran a really nice race. He was third in this last year off £3 higher. He's drawn 6, which I know it's a guessing game with the 6 with the draw in these races. But if you had to guess, you would like to be low at York based on this year. I think it's all set up for a peak effort from the Hoofit at 16, 20 to 1, big price.
Hoofit, that's Keels has got the copyright on tipping 10-year-olds on the flat. Keels, what's your fancy?
Well, my original bet of the week was the anti-post favourite. He missed the cut by 1, so I had to start again. One of the ones I did like was Alcala in the first-time visor for David O'Mara, but I think the ground is going against him because I think he definitely wants a bit of a cut. So
it's going to be a lovely weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going to be great. I've come down on the side of 2. I think Golden Apollo will run well. He's just an improving 3-year-old sprinter who just keeps on running well. And he was third to Flying Pursuit on soft ground at Ripon last time. But the one who finished ahead of him that day was Name It What You Like, another veteran, 8-year-old. And I was just looking at him. At this time last year, he was rated 107. He's all the way down to 97. Just come back to form with that second at Ripon. I had a look at sort of when he runs to his best, and 10 of his last 12 best performances were from August to October. So he's in. He's just hit form again. He won a listed race over course and distance last year, beating Danzino, which got him put up that high. In September last year. And I just think he's got to be a big price at 14 to 1 off that mark.
That's good sussing, Kills, and nice with the old little plug for the website with the old sortable tabs now. I suppose a stat like
play
that.
Around with them tabs. You can find things like that very, very easily.
It's funny actually, Kills, because I think some people don't actually realise you can do that. So if you're on racingpost.com, folks, you get a horse's profile up. If you look at the tabs where it's got headgear, distance, price, etc., you click on that and it sorts by the tab, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Very, very useful. Yeah. So to summarise there, folks, the lads have each gone for a different one at decent prices. Frank's gone for Mr. Lupton. Brennan's very sweet on the old Hoofit, and Kills likes Name It What You Like.